Today I want to work with the stuff that comes up. We have emotions, and I'm going to have to get that door, aren't I? I saw you guys looking at it. Oh no, the door. We had emotional response to the door going in, right? It's just happening right now. Here we go. The door. Stuff happens, right? We go through our life. We do what we do. We do our list of stuff. We deal with what we deal with, and then stuff happens. And we have some of the stuff that happens we like, and some we don't like. Some causes pleasant sensations and emotional responses. Some cause unpleasant sensations and emotional response. Some are neutral. Sometimes these feelings that we get just arise and pass away. You know, I felt that, now I don't. Now I feel this. Like weather. Sometimes they stick around. They kind of get stuck. And we're playing, and usually the thought is doing a trip there, where whatever happened, it's replaying it, it's arguing about it, it's commenting on it, it's rehearsing what we're going to do next time, right? So the mind kind of does a trip that helps these feelings get kind of stuck. So what I'm going to call that stuck feelings. And for the most part now, I'm going to be addressing unpleasant sensations, since those are the ones we tend to have more of an issue with. But we can actually address certain craving and grasping for pleasant too. But when we have an unpleasant response to something that gets stuck, Buddhists have a lovely term called suffering that they use for that, and the Buddha goes into these whole Four Noble Truths about it and what to do about it and how it causes. My technical term for suffering is ick. Okay? And when you've got, you know, when you just kind of feel icky, and that icky can be, that guy's cut me off in traffic, or, you know, that icky can be, oh, you know, I'm never going to do it. The icky could be, oh no, right? It could be whatever the ick. It could be this lovely combination of the three or more. And when it just kind of, you just know it doesn't literally feel good in the body. And when it kind of gets stuck there, I call that the big ick. Very technical terms I'm using today. So what I want to do is look at that. What is that? What are the ingredients that create that? Are there a sequence of events? What is the pattern? To kind of step back, get an overview of it, to see what it is, and then work with strategies of how to move through that, to help it be something that just arises and passes away versus something that's sticking around. There was something that I heard this from someone about, I think it was about 20 years ago now, so I'm afraid I can't remember who said it, but I loved it, and I use it a lot. And whoever said this broke down this sequence of an event to our drama about the event. And first there is what happens, right? There's something happens. Then there's our perception of what happens, which is a fraction of the event. We're not omnipresent. We can't see it from all sides. We just have our flashlight on one side. So our perception is a fraction of the event, right? Our perspective, and I'm going to distinguish that from perception, our perspective includes our attitudes, our expectations, our concepts, can distort our perception, right? So it could be a literal, what we're expecting, what we can conceive of, can affect how we see the event. So we've got an event, We've got our perception, which is a fraction of the event. We've got how our perspective can distort and almost even negate part of our perception. We've got what we can remember of what we perceive. Do you remember everything you've ever perceived? We remember a fraction of what we perceived. So already we're getting to a fraction of a distorted fraction of a fraction. Then we have the little part of what we remember that's the problem. That we remember, that we're going over, that we're chewing on, that the thoughts going, having the drama, the suffering, the big ick over, right? So the problems, the majority of our suffering, which has to do with future and past, is in the mind. And it's a fraction of a distorted fraction of an event. That's interesting. That kind of helps give us a sense of maybe some perspective on this.